Alright, we are live. Let me just get the live chat up and then I'll commence the stream. And just give it a second to load, and yeah, awesome. Got the live chat up. Awesome. Right, so hey everyone, it's of course me, Spurswell, back with another Train Sim World 2 live stream. The first one of May, so it's also a happy Mother's Day as well. Which, yeah, hope you've treated all your mums or mothers very well on this special day. But yeah, anyway, today I thought I'd continue the shunting theme on, well, streaming wise that is, on the channel, and I thought I'd take a look at the DBBR 363 shunter for one of the oldest routes now we have in the game, Rus Ignored. Not time period wise, but in terms of it being in the game. I think it's been in Train Sim World since 2018, so yeah, roughly 4 years, nearly 4 years. But yeah, bringing the shunter into the route, coupled with the fact we're getting a 232 pretty soon, and we already have a 155 as well. Yeah, Rus Ignored is pretty stacked when it comes to additional DLCs. But I thought today we're going to be doing some cement shunting duties. The cement wagons do come with the 363. So yeah, we're going to do these three here. So let's roll. I'll say my hellos to Trainmaster, Thierry, Liam, and E60 Guy 101, who's having pizza. Excellent. I'm having I will soon be having a Galaxy chocolate bar. Okay, so the first of two shunting tasks is to process the newly arrived cement wagons into the cement plant and prepare the outgoing wagons. Boys, it's been a while since I've been on Rus Ignored, I tell you. Put it into the driving position. I will change the control scheme in a second. I just wanted to use this so I can access all the switches. So the instrument lights. Don't need the rear lights really. Front headlights. The center, the right, and well, the left and the right. The stem lights. I think we're all ready to go. I'll just change the controller and check the map. So this is the yard. This is where usually the logs are usually processed or taken in and out. That's Hagen, and that's Findentrop. So there's quite a bit of industry on this line. So we're just moving forwards, are we? Oh, okay, that's pretty easy. Let's just increase the power. Well, I would do if I put it in forward. There we are. This has pretty unique driving characteristics, certainly in terms of the brakes and accelerating. You can be very precise with the throttle, which is something I like. Well, hello. Didn't expect to see you here. Yeah, this 363 in the red looks fantastic. Very weathered. Deutsche Bahn Logistics in the Raelian red livery. And while I'm at it, I've actually put down the automatic couplers. Whether I'll need the front one, I've no idea, but I'm pretty sure we'll need the back one, because I imagine we're going to be coupling up to the cement wagons we just went past. All that was on the left hand side as we departed our little stopping area. Oh, Thierry had pizza earlier. Oh, lovely. I had pasta and garlic bread for dinner today. It was gorgeous, especially with the tomato sauce. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, if you haven't got the 363 on Rossignol, or just haven't got a route with a 363 shunter, I definitely recommend you pick it up, particularly the one on Rossignol, because it brings the various industries to life. So it's not just a shunter that's just in one yard all day and nowhere else. It's in various different industries: cement, logs, steel as well. So there's quite a bit of variation in terms of the operations you can be conducting. Right, you turn around. Whoop, am I quick enough? Oh no, there's a train ahead. Oh, I didn't see that. Never mind. We'll try again. That's another thing with Rossignol. The yard is always, the logging area is always busy for trains coming in, passing by, waiting for clearance and all this stuff. So, yeah. You got to be aware, as I have just proved, of what's going on within the yard in terms of other locomotives and trains going about their business. You say you got to be pretty sharp with it, and I'll admit I wasn't pretty sharp there. Fuel pump is on, yes. Oh yeah, change over first. There we are. Right, we'll get up to speed quickly. E60 guys on Forza Horizon 5. Nice. Have I got a few for? I've got, what's the Forzas I have? I used to have Forza 4 and Forza Horizon on the old Xbox. I have now, well, what I'm trying to get rid of is Forza Motorsport 5, Forza Motorsport 6, Forza Motorsport 7, Forza Horizon 3. I have got Forza Horizon 4 digitally on the Xbox One. But yeah, I'm just looking to off-ship basically all my Xbox and games and stuff, because I don't need it anymore. I just play on the PlayStation instead. So yeah, enables me to create some space and possibly make money at the same time. Solid weather conditions. This is with the old Sky system, so visually it hasn't had the Train Sim World 2 Preservation Crew polish as of yet. Hopefully it will receive it soon. Oh yeah, better put down the automatic coupler. Just come to a stop. Never use the train brake. Never use the train brake for stopping, because it takes ages to build up the pressure. build the brake pressure and release the brakes. So we have to wait for a little bit. Why is that? Another train in the way? I was a bit slow, this time I'm a bit quicker. Maybe if I... No, okay. Apply the brakes. And we'll just have to sit pretty until we'll be given clearance to proceed. Bit of wind going on outside there. Seems to be a autumn day outside. I'm going to tuck into my chocolate while I'm waiting for this freight train to get out of the way. A train master is on train sim World 2 driving the MBTA train on the Harlem line. There's a P32 ACDM train. Oh cool, that's a nice touch. That is nice. E60 guy's favourite Forza Motorsport is number 6. I don't blame you, Forza 6 has some pretty good graphics compared to Forza 7, but that's just my view. What do you think the new USA route will be, asks E60 guy 101. It's impossible to predict. It could literally be anything, something completely new, something maybe from Train Simulator. I honestly have no idea. One I think could be a possibility is maybe the New Jersey coastal route. That I think has a chance. Not a strong chance, but I can see it being in Train Sim World. It's interesting, isn't it? I'm just trying to think what else have they made. The Norfolk Southern End line I quite like. That's almost like something on the lines of what's the name? Oakville Subdivision. That kind of compact freight route. You know, big bustling in yard and industry. Bit of mainline running, but not much so. It's not a big log route where you're pulling thousands of tons of freight tonnage over, I don't know, the Allegheny Mountains or these beautiful lush locations. I think that branch line kind of esque route is something I think we've needed for a while in America. Obviously we have it in Canada, but I think to have a USA one would be quite cool. Other than that, it's extremely difficult to predict what it is. It's the same with the German route. I have honestly no idea. Other than the thing I can guess with the German route is that it's probably going to be modern. Because all of the German routes we've had so far are set in the present day. Or in the 2010s kind of period. Let's just couple up to the cement wagons. Perfect. Now we've got to uncouple 15 vehicles. So this is a long one. These are the cement wagons, beautiful wagons. You can't open the tops of them, I don't think. No, I don't think you can. But they look beautiful, really nicely detailed. So, right, what have we got? Uncouple 15. Okay. So we've got, what, 20 wagons, I think? No, maybe a bit more than that, actually. It was roughly around here, wasn't it? I'd say here. Okay, maybe not. It was around here somewhere. Here. Nope. Visa one. Nope. It's just before those logs. Is it this one? There we go. Right, let's proceed to the chemical plant. Once was a barren wasteland, but in Train Sim World 2 of this little devil, it is no more. So let's go. Let's put maximum power. Let's see what it's like. E60 Guy 101 is driving Mario Spaghetti delivery van. Oh dear. How funny is that? Thierry, I hope the new USA route is a passenger route. It could be either a passenger or a freight route. I think a nice trend would be like one after the other, like we've had for Harlem Line. What did we have? We are having I've just noticed we are having a trend that's been noticing with USA routes, haven't we? Because we had Cane Creek, which was a freight route, then we had the passenger Boston Sprinter, then we had the freight Sherman Hill, then we had the passenger Harlem Line, now we've had the freight Horseshoe Curve. So maybe the next route could indeed be a passenger route, judging by that trend set within the last half year or so. I think one USA route that I would like to see personally, if it was a passenger one, maybe mixed with freight, is BNSF's Metra. Oh, what's it called? The racetrack. The one in Chicago. I think it goes from Chicago to Aurora or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I think that would be amazing. I think in the early 2010s or something, they were running F40PH locomotives with the cab car, sometimes even older rolling stock. So, and yeah, they've already made variations of the F40PH locomotive on Boston Sprinter and the Peninsula Corridor. So I think it'll be quite nice to see. And since BNSF is being a bit more open, I suppose, to their licensing of not just with Train Simulator and letting their brand being used by non-US customers, but also being licensed or usable on Train Sim World 2 in terms of the Creators Club and all that stuff. So it does open the door for some BNSF content, and whether BNSF owns or co-owns Metro or something, I honestly don't know now, but I know back then they did have a role in it, or played a hand in it, or something like that. E60 Guy, I'm still hoping it's the old Northeast Corridor. Yeah, I mean, that is a chance as well. Always an underdog for me, you know, like, don't underestimate it. It is a good route. As I proved in my live streams of it, you know, it's still good fun to drive. And yeah, you can imagine, you know, bringing it more in line with the Train Sim World routes of today, you know, the journey mode and the visuals and the physics, you know, audio. It will be a 360 degrees better route if it was to return to Train Sim World. Well, let's just increase the power. Lovely. Yeah, Thierry, what's the betting the next new thing added to the roadmap will be another UK route? Oh, it has to have a chance, that's for sure. I mean, it's got to be either a new UK route, be it old or new, or present. Maybe a rest of the world route. They are the contenders, or nations, I should say, in terms of what we could expect new route-wise. I'm personally thinking now's the time to stop making new routes and just focus on the routes we already have, like Loco DLCs and that. I think it's about time we have some Loco DLCs for the routes we currently have, because quite a lot of routes have been released, particularly last year, and we already have three new routes already this year. Is it 3? I may be wrong. No, 4, isn't it, with the German route? And that will be 5, and it will be 6, and it will be 7. With Spirit of Steam, the new US, and the German route. So, and you did ask yourself, when is a Loco DLC going to come out? It's been a long time since we've had a Loco DLC. When did we last have one? Blimey, I think it was October, wasn't it? With the was it the 313, or was it the well, it might be the G6 actually. That lovely green machine I love very much. Right, we're now just entering the facility, just getting a little bit of speed, and now it's time to focus on the points. They are manually adjustable, so I'm just going to check, see it's all in the correct positions. Indeed it is. Lovely. Now, if you were to ask me what type of UK route we could have, be it an old route or a new route, me personally, I'd love an old route. But honestly, I think it's going to have to be a modern route at some point. I think. I mean, heck, who knows? We may not only we may have Spirit of Steam round the corner, but you never know. If a couple of months down the line, we might have another Steam route. So you just never know. I cannot wait for that Spirit of Steam. It's going to be something. It's going to be something quite extraordinary, that's for sure. I am so looking forward to that. As you know, I'm a fan of the old historical routes and the old historic traction, so more of a challenge, more character to it. And yeah, Steam, it's the one we've all wanted for years, and we're finally going to get it. Let's just start to reduce speed. Off the brakes, cruise for a little bit, and now apply the brakes. If you go over, I think the brake pressure is 3.5. I think it will go to emergency brakes or something, or the wheels will lock. So yeah, keep your brake pressure under 3.5 and you should be fine. There we are. Let's uncouple the wagons. I presume we're gonna start the next part. Just check the points. Yep, all good. Excellent. In terms of the next stream, I'll get the usual YouTube shenanigans out of the way. The next stream will be tomorrow, roughly the same time in the UK, roughly just after 8:30-ish UK time. Get on the brakes. And the next thing I'll be taking a look at is the recently upgraded, shall we say, visually at least, Tees Valley line. I haven't been on that for donkey's years, so I'm certainly looking forward to having a look, seeing what it's like in its new form, and have some fun. Back in 1989 in the northeast of England. So if you like Tees Valley, then if you want to pop along and see Tees Valley in action, then you know where to be. And if you have enjoyed this particular stream, then make sure, of course, to give it a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel for more Train Sim World streams and content. So I think we're now running, but are we running around them and taking another set back, or are we just going back to the yard? I have no idea. Okay, I think we are. We're going to pick up another set of cement wagons. It's a pretty big cement facility, isn't it? Blimey. Not trackage wise, but the structure itself, it's quite impressive. Vincent Mills, hey, how are you? Do you think they're ever going to add the Southwestern Main Line, all of it at once? I don't think they'll add all of it at once. That's technically impossible. I mean, I don't think they've ever achieved that in Train Simulator, and I very much doubt that will come to, well, it's definitely not going to come to Train Sim World 2. I'll be amazed if it does, if they include all of the Great Western Main Line, but maybe have a section of it. I could see it happening. In what form though, be it an old one or a new one, I have no idea, and of course that depends on the brands as well associated with it. Right, let's turn around, and we do indeed have to couple up to 5 presumably empty cement wagons, or full, I'm not sure. Yeah, presumably loaded cement wagons, aren't they? Let's just adjust the points. There we are. Right, that means I've got to put away that automatic coupler. Oh, use the front camera and put down the front automatic coupler. Off we go. I do apologise, I'm struggling to keep up with the chat in terms of questions and so on and so forth. We go, I'll cruise for a little bit. TA want a route set in Wales and Ireland. Venom, okay. Wales I think is good. Definitely Wales. I think the Snowdon Mountain Railway, that kind of a Rosaline-esque kind of line, I would definitely like to see that with the steam engines, and I think they use some diesels as well, bringing the coach up and down the mountain. Vincent Mills, I want the Flying Scotsman when they're adding steam trains for Loco DLC. Oh, I mean, Flying Scotsman, big boy, they're at the top of people's lists for sure, Vincent, and yeah, Flying Scotsman. Wow, I think that would be a perfect Loco Steam DLC, or be included in another route or something. Maybe have a 1940s, 1950s, or 60s rendition of part of the West Coast Main Line or something that goes from, I don't know, Edinburgh to, I don't know, Newcastle or something. That would be quite cool. Vincent, I hope they add Crossrail when it opens. That would explain. It's extremely fun because you could drive from Reading to Shenfield. Yeah, Crossrail. About darn time it's ready to go, isn't it? Oh, we're going a bit too fast. That's okay, we coupled up. We'll be going forwards or backwards? Backwards. Yeah, Crossrail's interesting. Would I have it in the game? Personally, not. I'm not a big fan of Crossrail. I just prefer the London Underground. London Overground, not so much. If you want to look at Transport for London's type of transportation systems, and for me it's always been the London Underground and like the red London Underground lines that we've had in the past, or I quite like their tram network as well, the green trams. Quite a cool little network. So Crossrail, I wouldn't. Nah, I don't think. It's not my cup of tea, really. I don't even think it's technically even finished. I think there's still part of it needs to be completed or something, isn't there? Because they burrowed under the Thames of London, haven't they? And squeaked through, what is it, Liverpool Street and all that kind of stuff. And gone down to Reading. So I think there's still work to do. E65, the last add-ons for the USA was the C40-8W from November 2020, the G6 from 2021, and the 313 from November of last year. Wow, a USA one, November 2020, blimey. And definitely the USA, I think, needs to have some attention, Loco DLC-wise. Ooh, we need to get on the brakes. Vincent also wants the Nightmare of the Great Western, modern day Great Western. The Nightmare? What do you mean the Nightmare? Blimey. E6, can you crash the train so we can win £250? No, I ain't crashing the train. If it was for £250, I'd definitely do it, but I wouldn't crash the train just for the sake of it. Right, now we got a challenge. We got to couple these up to another set of cement wagons. Just increase the power slightly. Off we go. Keep accelerating until the gradient levels out. So we have a flat gradient, and then I'll come off the power, such as now. Liam, imagine arriving at a station, slowing down, but never actually grinding to a halt and let people off. This is exactly the case for the City Hall subway station in New York City, built in 1904. Oh, blimey. I bet the driver of that particular train must have got given the sack, that's for sure, that day. Vincent, if they had the Great Western Main Line electrified, then we might be able to get the 850. You've got the London commuter, so you might also get the 387. Yeah, it's a good possibility. Vincent, do you think though ever had the West Coast Main Line, as it was years when it was back in the steam age? West Coast Main Line, could be a possibility. Maybe an extension, maybe to the Spirit of Steam route we already have in the pipeline. That could be a slim but outside chance, maybe. Liam, on average, freight railroads spend 6 times more on capital expenditure as a percentage of revenue than the average US manufacturer. Wow. Well, they're pretty big brands, aren't they? It'd be interesting to see what is actually bigger in America, the car brands or the train brands. Oh, perfect. Just about did it. Lovely. Now I think we're gonna... Oh, we're not gonna take them back. We've got to uncouple... We've got to couple up to some more. We're rounding them all up. I thought my job was done in this yard. Not yet. More to do. So let's couple up to this next set. So now we'll have 15 cement wagons. Need a bit more power, I think. Not too fast. I think that will do. Liam, trains are the most environmentally responsible way to ship freight by land. Well, that's definitely true. I think trains and train travel in general has kept pace with the environmental demands more than, such as, well, way more than ships and, big boats that either transport passengers or freight across the various oceans. I mean, there are some developments in technology and in terms of shipping and all that kind of stuff to make them greener, like different alternative fuels or solar power, wind power, all that kind of stuff. So, but it's nowhere near as quick as for train. So we are. Excellent. Now it's time to uncouple the vehicles. We're not taking them back to the yard. Oh, what's happened here? There we go, that's better. Where are we going? Back to the yard, that's where we're going. Blimey, those points were never set for us. Now we're going into a little siding. And that will be this particular shunter's work done. Vincent, what does Spirit of Steam add on? Does it add steam trains to the West Somerset Railway? I have no idea. I'd like to think so, but there's been no talk of it adding the or making the locomotives available for West Somerset for the use of substitution. I presume with Scenario Planner you can put them on West Somerset, but maybe as far as integrating them into the timetable, there has been no news on that. Nothing. Haven't even heard of Spirit of Steam's timetable or the scenarios, let alone if they're available on West Somerset. Liam, locomotives can process the billion data points per second. Drones help run the railroad. The railroad has its own language. One locomotive weighs in as much as 108 hippos. Blimey. That's technology and the railroad working in perfect harmony, isn't it? Blimey. Well, Liam, the Flying Scotsman was built in Doncaster in 1923. It was the first locomotive to run on the newly formed London and North Eastern Railway. It is 70 feet long and weighs 96 tons. Yeah, Flying Scotsman. I think it will come to Train Sim World, the Flying Scotsman. When is anyone's guess. But I wouldn't be at all surprised that, once Dovetail have got one Steam route out, I imagine the calls will just increase for more Steam content, be that Steam locomotives to Spirit of Steam route itself, or more routes set back in time. So yeah, I'm all up for it. I think personally 2022 is going to be the year of Steam in Train Sim World. They spent all this year developing the technology and getting it to work on the game engine and the consoles and the PC. So yeah, why not make more? Let's have more. We've been craving it for long enough. Now we'll have just Steam routes in the UK. Of course, that's questionable. You can have a Steam route in Germany. You can have a Steam route in America, or maybe a different part of the world. There's certainly a lot of scope when it comes to Steam. And awesome, we got a gold medal. So that completes the first part. So let's return to the main menu and commence part number 2. And hopefully the weather is a bit better for us. Or still the same. Here comes part number 2. Train Master just added more services to my created scenario. The MBTA from Grand Central Turbo to North White Plains. Excellent. More the merrier. E60 Guy, did you watch the engines of Amtrak, the Acela Express? I did, yes. Very interesting documentary. Nice to see some shots of it in action and the history of it, the performance characteristics, the stats of it and all that kind of stuff. Very nice piece of work that... oh, bloody hell, what's the thing called? I forget the YouTuber's name, but yeah, I definitely watched it. And it's very, very fun. I saved it to a playlist or something so I can watch it again whenever I feel like it. And it's pouring with rain, which is fantastic. Not. Speaking of rain, I haven't had rain where I am for quite a while now. Certainly the UK is going through a dry spell. Stick the wiper on. Right, this is going to be fun. Shunting in the rain. Just going to check the switches. I don't know what I wonder what in Germany they're called. The points or switches. I'm not too sure. It's interesting that. Thierry, for Wales, I want the Cambrian coastline on the coastal section from Aberystwyth to Preheli or Preheli. It's a distance of 71 miles. Interesting. Bit of a gradient. Let's increase the speed and come off the power, and I'll look at the chat. Liam, the first ever train station in the UK opened in 1830 and reachable only via a tunnel. Liverpool's Crown Street railway station was the United Kingdom's first operable train station. Wow, would you believe that? Is that in Liverpool itself, or is it in like London or something? Because sometimes, you know, like you've got Liverpool Street in London, you know, is the actual station in Liverpool itself, or is it in another part of the UK? I imagine it's in Liverpool. Thierry, for Ireland, the enterprise service that is run jointly by both Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland and runs between the capitals of Dublin and Belfast. That'll be an interesting one. Didn't they recently have their local election, didn't they? In Northern Ireland, and yeah, pretty historic outcome as far as the polls were concerned. Talking about the reunification of Northern Ireland to the Republic of Ireland, which is interesting. Oh, crikey, I tell you what I did forget. In this miserable rainy day. The coupler. That's what I forgot. Thierry, in the UK, one freight train moves 76 HGVs from the road. Really? 76? It's quite a number, isn't it? Wow, blimey. I mean, at the moment, I think train freight is much safer than the HGVs, personally. I feel sorry for... It's a kind of hit and miss scenario, isn't it? You want the trains to obviously replace the HGVs because they're more environmentally friendly, but at the same time 76 HGVs off the road means potentially that 76 jobs gone, isn't it? So it's a fine balancing act, and it's not easy. Vincent, it would be cool if he had announcements on the underground trains, because I want to hear my favourite announcement, which is the doors are closing. Yeah, I mean, everyone would like to see announcements, but the licenses of those announcements are apparently very difficult to get unless you just mod them in. So yeah, I think announcements would be nice to see in the game, but I can't see it happening anytime soon. I mean, Dovetail never done it in Train Simulator. I doubt they're going to do it in Train Sim World. Maybe a third party might do, if it were to make another underground line or something, but yeah, I can't see it. Are we going forwards? Oh no, we are going backwards. Excellent. Not too far. Full power then, surely. There we go. Bit of a struggle, but we're getting it done. Liam, Crown Street was the first passenger station in the world, with Edge Hill, Liverpool, close second. However, in 1836 the former was demolished and they later decommissioned. Right, I see. Blimey, we've suddenly stopped. Why is that then? It's better. Thierry, I once went to the National Railway Museum once, and the Flying Scotsman was at York on the rail tour. Awesome. Some sightseeing near Flying Scotsman. I haven't seen the Flying Scotsman in physical form. I would love to, that's for sure. Hopefully one day I can see Flying Scotsman. Maybe not moving, but just, you know, even back in the museum or at a station or something. That'd be fantastic. E60 going on, the rain will spoil my lovely green paint and red stripes. Oh yes, I know. Sadly there's no tunnel for this shunter to go and dry off, but yeah, I just have to put up with it, I'm afraid. Liam, for 17 years, London Waterloo dominated as the most used station in the UK. However, last year, Stratford stole the accolade with an estimated... Oops, I used the wrong brakes. My mistake. I was too busy reading the chat. Anyway, what was I saying? However, in 2021, Stratford stole the accolade with an estimated 14 million passengers throughout 2020-2021 financial year. Obviously it was impacted by COVID and lockdowns and all that stuff, so I'm quite surprised they were to register that figure. Liam, in German, train switches are called Zugschaltet or Schaltet. Okay. E60 Guy 101, the Class 111 in Northern Ireland sounds like an ST40. Does it? Oh, I've no idea. Vincent, I want something when the HST were around, because they were lovely old, like the Great Western Main Line, but with the HST. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be nice to see a HST return, be it an older one or the one we already have. Yeah, I miss the HSTs. I remember going to London on them in the past. Where are we going? Forwards, aren't we? Yes, we are. It always fascinates me why there's a chute there. It's never been used for anything other than, well, just being a prop almost. I imagine if these were opened, they would fill them up with cement. But other than that, I can't see any other use for them. Thierry, funny enough, the top earning freight company in the UK is Deutsche Bahn UK, formerly EWS. Is it really? For top earning, blimey. I don't know if that's a good thing to have in the public domain, but yeah, interesting. I suppose well done to Deutsche Bahn UK. Shouldn't be too far. Alright, let's bring the train to a stop. That should do it, I think. I'm pretty sure that should be enough. It isn't. Oh yes, it is. Turn to the driver's seat. and uncouple. It's getting quite dark out here now. This miserable rain. This is a good route for Halloween. I don't know why. Maybe the weather setting and the atmosphere or forest around the area just makes it look a bit spooky. That's probably just me, but yeah, to me I've always felt it's like a route that is themed with Halloween. I presume what we're going to do is either couple up to another set of wagons or something, or the one I constructed over there, the 15 wagons, we are going to bring them back to the yard. I have no idea. So I have to wait and see. Thierry Freightliner is in second place. I'm surprised we haven't got Freightliner in the game, to be honest with you. They're doing quite well with these freight brands, not locomotive brands, but just other businesses really, or freight companies like Hamburg, Sard, Hapag Lloyd, One, the pink one. Obviously got CSX, and their specific products. Liam, at 15 meters, Bewley Station is the smallest in the UK. It's smaller than a carriage of any train, which passes through one door, opens when it arrives with an announcement notifying which door it is. The smallest, blimey. How small is that, blimey? That is small, isn't it? Good lord. Thierry, I've been to a forest today in Thetford, if you know where it is. If you don't know, it's in Suffolk. Oh, it's in Suffolk, okay. Oh, it's been an okayish day. I don't know if it's nice in Suffolk, but where I am, yeah, it's been alright. Bit of a breeze, but yeah, not too bad. Sun's out, bit of cloud, all that stuff. Onto the brakes. And indeed we are coupling up to the 15 cement wagons I constructed earlier. And I presume we're going to take them back to the yard. This one here. I forgot what that whole yard is called, but it might not even have a name. It might just be called, I don't know, logging yard or something. But yeah, quite a busy yard in terms of activity, shunting. Not only the cement, but logs as well, and other freight trains stopping and starting, rolling through that area, either to let passenger trains or mainline freight services go by. There we go. Right, let's return to the yard. let's see what this shunter can do when it's being put to the test. 15 cement wagons in the rain. Let's see what it can do. We're going backwards, aren't we? Yes, we are. Come on, you can do it. There we go. There we are. Right, off we go. Let's just check the points. Should be fine. Indeed it is. So let's roll. Vincent, she's on tour. You could come and see her coming through. Try for that. It's quite amazing. She blows her whistle, and the whistle is funny because she's got to. Oh yeah, seeing Flying Scotsman charging by is quite a sight and sound. If I had the time off work and the money, of course, I probably could take a little road trip and see Flying Scotsman in action, or maybe just to see it. You know, even standing still is quite a sight. So yeah, whether I see it in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I don't know, but certainly it's a plan for me to see Flying Scotsman. Liam, Karoa railway station is the highest mainline train station in the UK. It's been immortalised in cinema by appearing as a location in the film Trainspotting. But be sure you take the train rather than walk. Okay, must be a hell of a walk. Thierry live in Cambridgeshire, so it's just one of the next countries in the east of England. Oh, hello, what's happened? Oh, the train derailed. Oh, what happened? Oh, I was not expecting that. Well, how much time have we got? Quarter to... I think we'll go back to the menu. I'll conduct the last bit. Oh, I've no idea what happened. I was busy reading, so I don't know what it is. Complete the outgoing cement train, number 6. I imagine the points must have been set incorrectly or something. That's my only thought. Collect the final 5 wagons and add them to the outgoing cement train before stabling your locomotive up. Oh, we're still in the pouring rain then. Oh, never mind. So where we are we back at the yard? Oh no, we're back at the cement plant. Oh, we're collecting them, are we? Okay. Should be all good. Right, let's go. Is there any more wagons in the yard? No, there isn't, is there? Oh no, there is one big set. And another, so I presume we're getting them. That's my best guess. Oops, wrong brakes again. That's my fault. There we are. Oh no, we're just going back to the yard. Oh, okay. Just dropping it off in the yard, and that's it. It's a nice easy end. Whoops. On the wrong switch again. Forgot to change it, that's my fault. So let's stop. And then do it again. Always forget to change these points. I did it when I first got this shunter. I always kept forgetting to change the points around this area. My apologies for my bad driving. I'm sure you're used to it by now. For those of you who've been around long enough. Let's try that again. There. Trainmaster Scarsdale, North White Plains. I presume that's where you are in your scenario, I imagine. Vincent, do you think they'll never had the whistle sounds to the HST for the guard? I don't know. It'd be a nice touch. I haven't thought about the guard, to be honest. It'd be a nice touch to have. But I have my doubts. Liam, why train travel is going to be your 2022 bucket list? Could we be living through the second golden age of rail? We could be. We could be. In this country, it's hard to tell. There are always innovations and new things cropping up, railways being built and improvements and upgrades and all that kind of stuff. We could be seeing the second golden age of train travel. We could do. And Liam, in 2022 a whole load of new routes will be opening up, meaning there'll be much more opportunity for clean, comfortable and convenient travel, and to more places than ever before. That's true. I mean, look at the plans for high-speed rail, for example. I mean, there's lines being built all over the place, in Egypt, in Africa, in the Middle East. The US is getting some more heavy investment into passenger train travel. I think Texas, California obviously has one, Miami. So yeah, definitely the infrastructure is being put in place in this country. Obviously my country, the UK, we've got Crossrail. We have it's like a new high-speed line which used to go to Leeds from London, but that was canned because of financial problems, so they cut it down a little bit. I think it goes to what, Birmingham or something? I'm not too sure, I've no idea. So yeah, there's definitely innovation for passenger and of course freight travel as well. Certainly from environmental perspective it's makes sense, but it's expensive and takes time, unfortunately, to produce these exquisite visions of the future. Thierry, have you ever seen a light loco before? A light loco before? I have. I've seen an OH shunter in this was some years ago. It was in Penzance, I think, when I went to Cornwall for holiday. I saw a shunter, I think, taking some coaches or something out of the station. So that was quite cool. Other than that, no. Well, we're now into... Well, we're not really in the yard, are we? We're in another part of the yard. We're in a little stabling yard here at the side. I thought we were back at the log yard, but we're not. We're in another... or just passing another little part of, I presume, is a cement complex. Let's go forward and couple up to these wagons. Once again, 5 cement wagons. 5 is the limit for this locomotive. Shunting wise, pulling a fair distance, it can take 15 quite respectively. I need to lower the automatic attachment. There we go. There we are. Now we can return to the logging yard. I think. Yes, we go. Right, let's roll. Oh, we have to wait. Let's release the brakes and then put a dab of brakes on. That'll do the job. Right, we'll just wait until we've been given clearance to proceed. Leaving the UK, good news stories about train travel have been harder to come by with disappointment over the scrapped HS2 leg is between Birmingham and Leeds. Yeah. It's sad, but it was bound to go over budget, and with the pandemic hitting as well, it certainly didn't help, so he had to scrap almost, I suppose, the main part of the route even existing, connecting the north of England better to the south, to London in particular, you know, travelling however many hours quicker. So, yeah, it's almost like a bit of a waste now, but we'll see what happens. Liam, elsewhere, the British government's restoring your railway plan has resurrected its first line in Dartmoor. Ooh, bringing back regular trains between Exeter and Oakhampton in Devon. Oh, excellent. Oh, I didn't know that. I'll have to have a little look at that on online when the stream is finished. I didn't realise that was a thing. Oh, good on the government. They got something right for a change. Vincent, I think they should have the first Great Western livery to the HST and the 16... Excuse me. I think they should have the 165 for DLC. Yeah, 165 could be a potential. First Great Western, you can actually download the livery. Excuse me. I think you can download the First Great Western livery on Train Sim World 2 right now. You can go to the Creators Club and you can find it, and I think it's in like the most popular section or something. And you can use it on the HST and the 166. Because I think originally when Great Western Express was being developed, at the time it was known as First Great Western, and obviously when they were building the train and the livery was First Great Western. But then obviously the company changed its brand image, went to a dark green with GWR instead of First Great Western's purple, which I actually like. I like the First Great Western one. It was nice to see a purple train and with those dynamic flowing lines on the side. It really looked quite cool. Yes, that's really the story as to why the Great Western Railway livery, because I think on PC you can access the First Great Western Railway livery through the game files or something when Great Western Express was launched. Right, we should... Oh no, I was going to say we should be able to go, but we don't. We have another freight train coming by. Polish kid, hey, how are you? Hope you're well. Liam, 2022 will see this route expanded to hourly services, with proposals for 37 further revivals currently under review. Work has already begun to bring back trains to the Newcastle under Lyme. Oh, very nice. Yeah, it's quite nice that that plan is quietly going about its business. Slowly being executed, which is nice. Any second now, we'll see if the freight come by. How can we turn this wiper on? I'll have to do it manually. It's a 155 with its coal wagons. Those wagons come exclusively with the 155 DLC. Just wait for it to pass. There we are. Now we've been given clearance to proceed, so let's roll. Best check how the Formula 1's getting on the Miami Grand Prix. See what's going on. Verstappen leads Leclerc in Miami after Norris crash. Oh no. It's not what I wanted. I wanted Ferrari to win. Never mind. So get under the speed of 40 kilometers per hour. What's going on then? I watched the start of the race in Miami. Obviously haven't since because I'm doing this. Oh, it's pretty close though. Not too bad. Foxy, hey Spurs. Hey Foxy, hope you're well. Just on Rossignol doing some chemical shunting with the 363 on a very rainy Rossignol. I'm very well, thank you, Foxy. Hope you're good. Hope you've had a good weekend. Right, we're now into the confinements of the logging yard, so let's bring this train to a halt. Quite conscious how long it's going to take us to slow down, so that's why I've applied the brakes 600 meters early. Or with 600 meters to go, I should say. Foxy, yes I am. I've written a poem and studied. Damn it! In the few days, I have got all the exams done. Oh, well done. And you watch F1? I do indeed. Now and again, yeah. I used to watch it a lot in the early 2010s when the V8s were around. Who is your favourite? What do you think about the Miami circuit? Favourite team has always been Ferrari. Always. I've always supported Ferrari since I was young. Watching Michael Schumacher and his lovely red prancing horse winning. What do you think about the Miami circuit? Not my kind of circuit. It's a street circuit around the stadium. I mean, it's quite nice where it's interesting that the track is built around the Hard Rock Stadium, but it's not my kind of circuit. It's not really even a street circuit, is it? It's a circuit in a car park or something. So yeah, it's not like, it reminds me of like Valencia, where it's a track where not a lot of action occurs, not a lot of overtakes and all that stuff, and that's why it seemed to me. But hey, I haven't watched all of the race, so I don't know. But the track itself, yeah, it's not my kind of circuit. I prefer a proper racing circuit, like the street circuits we already had prior to Miami, like Azerbaijan and Singapore and Monte Carlo. That's fine, but we can't let this become a Formula E championship where there's street races held everywhere you go. It has to be on some racetracks as well, or majority of racetracks. And also there's one, I think, proposed to race in Las Vegas on the Las Vegas Strip, which I can kind of understand from a commercial standpoint, but the track does not look very good. It looks a bit dull. But hey, we'll see what happens next year. Foxy, it feels stressed out, so normal for me. I personally like the circuit, but there are not that many overtaking spots, and I think the chicane is too narrow. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, it's not the most exciting circuit. I mean, how sad is it they even tried to put a fake marina in the middle of a car park to make it kind of match Monte Carlo? Well, nah, not really. I mean, they've certainly thrown all the bells and whistles Formula One into the pre-race, festivities and all that stuff, gauging the fans. It's all to do with money, 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 isn't it? Commercial, gaining those American fans on board so they can have more money in Liberty Media's pockets, as it is, of course, their sport, Formula One. Personally, I wouldn't have raced in Miami. If you wanted another race in America, I would personally have one at Indianapolis, or maybe at Watkins Glen near New York, something like that. I think would have been perfect. Right, what have we got to do? Oh, we're going there. Okay. I thought we have to uncouple. I presume we're going to shunt them into another siding or couple up to another set of these cement wagons. Foxy, I think since Netflix promoted F1 in the States, they're going crazy with their operations there. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I suppose it's nice to expose F1 to a new audience, but if you do it too much, like take it way over the top, then I think it displeases the faithful fans of the sport that have followed it for, I don't know, 10, 20 odd years, or maybe even more. I mean, I followed it since the early 2000s, so I've gone a little bit off Formula One, to be honest, the past few years. But now that Ferrari is back at the front, obviously I've paid more attention to it. I think the only time I watched a full F1 race was the first race of the year in Bahrain, because I like that track. It's a great circuit, great high-speed circuit. Right, let's put on the brakes. That should do it. And indeed we have to couple to 15 cement wagons, so that means me shifting to the front. It's a big hill, or a big pile of earth. Unless they're building something here, I'm not sure. Maybe some houses made of wood. Oh, yes, we can proceed at restricted speed. Excellent. Increase the throttle to 10 kph, then I'll come off the power. There we are. Foxy, why not put a fake 80s wallpaper behind the circuit? Those 80 retros music drive vibe with the this red orange sun, cyberwave or retro style. That would be better. Yeah, that kind of old school Miami kind of vibe, and the weather, the music. Yeah, I do see where you're coming from. Maybe they should sign you to F1's commercial team. Foxy, fun fact: the 363, it can be driven by any person because it's very easy due to the design of the driving mechanics and the deactivated CIFA. Yeah, of course. I was wondering at first when I first got this locomotive, like, why isn't the CIFA working? Well, I found out why, because CIFA, I don't think is even a thing on the 363. Foxy, I hear your stream on PC and write on mobile. If that boosts your viewer base, then I don't know. Well, I try my best, so. I mean, sometimes it's almost like a podcast, isn't it? Some people aren't just there for watching the stream, they're just here for, sometimes I suppose, listening to me just chat away when they're busy writing or working away or something like that. Train Master just added more services. What other service should I add, Spurs? I think you should add some all-stop services with maybe the Baby Bullet or something, or maybe have a high-speed service with the Baby Bullet, something like that. There's a passenger service going to Hagen. That should do it. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Magnificent. Right, let's uncouple the locomotive. Not uncouple the brakes. What am I saying? And I presume we will now take this shunter back to its little resting place. Let's just double check. Indeed we are. Indeed we are. So let's cross the main line before getting a red signal, because of me going too slow. Trainmasters don't have Peninsula Corridor. Maybe some semi-fast stopping services with the M3 or the M7, or all stop services with the M3. Foxy, yes it is, but I like the interaction. That is why I like your stream. So thank you. Foxy, and I hope they add another steam locomotive as an addition for the upcoming Steam DLC that we can drive on the West Somerset Railway. That will be fun. I wouldn't be a surprise that we will get a loco DLC for Spirit of Steam. Which one remains anyone's guess. I imagine that these steam locomotives that come part of Spirit of Steam would be compatible with West Somerset. I mean, I don't know, from a timetable perspective, I mean, it should make sense. I mean, you can substitute all of the diesels, British Rail diesels, on West Somerset. You know, the 20, the 31, the 40, the 37, I think, the 08. So it makes sense to use them on West Somerset. The only problem getting in the way is that West Somerset was based around a diesel gala, not a steam gala, so that could potentially be a stumbling block, but I don't think Dovetail will be that fussy. But yeah, certainly a Loco DLC for Spirit of Steam would be welcome. I think Dovetail are kind of treating it like Southeastern High Speed. You know, there's a lot of hype about it. You know, a lot of interest in this particular route, and it's kind of like Southeastern High Speed. You know, a lot of interest around that. And as soon as the route came out, by the click of a finger, they brought out Loco DLC for it, which I wish they did on all the other routes. Why not just continue to focus on that route straight away after its release? Like, oh, let's bring a Loco DLC to it. So I think once Spirit of Steam comes out, we could maybe not long after have a Loco DLC for it. That would be incredibly popular. Of course, which locomotive it is, I have no idea. Let's just switch the points. And park this shunter in the siding. Foxy, I think they will release new Steam Locos or an add-on for the route. I guess they have a hype with their Steam add-on. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I mean, certainly it's brought new fans to the game because, you know, the majesty of Steam, the presence of Steam engines in the game is a big deal. And people want to, you know, been clamouring to see it for years. So, yeah, sooner the better. That's all I could say. Not like wait 2 years and then a Steam Loco add-on comes out. I think straight away, just to keep the interest in the route going, you know, ticking over. Foxy and a third Loco for HSC. HSC, what is that? Hopstrecker. Don't know, what is that route? HSC. Hopstrecker. It's not a German route, is it? No? Don't know what that is. What's that route? Foxy HSC. What's that then? I don't know what that is. It's an American route. Odd. I can't think what that route is. West Somerset Railway is WSR, isn't it? Yeah. HSC. Can't think what that route is. It's not West Cornwall, is it? No, it's not. Oh, Horseshoe Curve. Of course, yeah. Such an idiot. The most recent route. Yeah, I think a logo add-on for Horseshoe Curve will be amazing. Another Norfolk Southern workhorse would be welcome. Maybe a switcher in the yard or something. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Oh, we're still not finished. Oh. Where are we going this time? Into another siding, are we? Yes, we are. Foxy, I mean, that would be the most realistic and graphical best steam train simulation then. The simulation remains to be seen. Whether... I think there were niggles like as to whether you can operate the firebox. I think there's no choice, like the firebox is automatic in the steam trains regardless. I don't know, that's not necessarily annoyed a few people, but is a tiny setback for the realism. But you can imagine trying to drive a locomotive with a firebox and going, and you've got to monitor the pressures and the speed and where you're going and the signals. It's a very complex beast, and that's for sure. There we are, and let's park it up, because that's it. Awesome. Took me 37 minutes. Got a gold? Of course. Excellent. Level 9 of Rust Ignored. And yeah, it was good fun. I enjoyed that. Shame I couldn't complete part 2 of the shunting cement stuff, but I'll probably do that in my spare time. But yeah, that concludes it. Yeah, that concludes it. Sorry, my headset disconnected. That was good fun. I enjoyed that. Some chemical switching action or shunting action with the DBBR 363 Little Red Shunter. Highly recommend you pick it up if it's on the cheap. It's a good little add-on, brings the various industries to life, and adds a new dimension to Rust Ignored. But of course, if you'd enjoyed the stream, make sure to, of course, give it a like. Please subscribe if you're new for more Train Sim World stuff on the channel. Like I said earlier, the next stream will be roughly the same time on Monday, tomorrow, 8:30 p.m.-ish UK time, where I'll be going back in time and having an explore on Tees Valley in 1989, northeast of England. So I'm definitely looking forward to taking a look at that in its improved form. Hope you are as well. So I'd just like to say thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. If I don't see you, have a great week. And as always, I will see you next time. Thank you very much. Take care.